this is Chris from Chrysalis Tarot. Welcome back to my channel. Today we have a reading on what lasting impression do you leave on people. Let's get nosy, shall we? This is pile number 1 with my glass tear. Hard work to release those tears. So this is a crystal tear. This beautiful skeleton flower sticker. And a ticking clock. So if you want to take a deep breath and go towards the pile that most is drawing your eyes to it, or in whatever way that you like to pick. Don't let me tell you what to do. Tell me not to be bossy, but I just want you to breathe, drop into your body, even if it's just for a moment, and even if it's just to pick a pile. It's always good to stop and breathe for a minute. So, I will meet you in your pile. I don't know if I said this already. This is pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Okay, see you soon. Oh, the pinned piles times will be in the comment and the description box. Okay, pile 1, let's get into this. What lasting impression do you leave on people? You chose this crystal tear that I like to use. Hard work in release. Oh, lasting impression you leave on people. We have pleasure, and we have work through your fears. You give the people the impression that you have made your dreams come true, and that you have come to this place in your life where you just wish to feel pleasure in the moment, with complete abandon, without caring what anybody thinks. People have this impression, this lasting impression, when they walk away from you, when they go and talk to their friends or reminisce about you, they think how free that person was, free to be themselves, not afraid. They've worked through their fears, and they are completely and totally themselves. There's no holding back. There's no pretending. You're a very honest person in your energy, a very honest person in the way that you interact with people. Very honest in the way that you show up in a room. So when people walk away from you, the lasting impression they have is also that they want to be more like you. They want to establish a place within themselves when they can be as free as you are, and not afraid to go after what they want, 1, and 2, just be themselves, free from judgment of others. What is the lasting impression that pile 1 leaves on people? Oh my goodness. Do you see the similarities here with these two ladies? Freedom. Poised has come out. You are just free with abandon to be yourself. You've been through things that have really molded you into somebody that has 0 F's to give anymore. You don't want to be controlled by other people's judgments, other people's thoughts about your lives, what people think that you should be doing, wearing, saying. You're done with all of that, and people's lasting impression is that of you. And when they walk away, they want to do that for themselves. They wonder, how did she get to that place where she seems so free and not scared? People can tell that you've had to regenerate yourself. You've been in places in your life where things have kind of burnt to the ground, where volcanoes have exploded and taken life from you. But even through the lava, even through being burnt, you have managed to hold on to life in a way that allowed you to regrow and really capture that nourishment within you in order to regrow. And I think that this is an impression that you leave on people, because when you're around them, they can see that you've gotten to this place somehow. You've gotten to this place where you are so grounded and connected and fully alive. And I think intuitively, instinctually, they know that it's because you had to fight for it. And they wonder, how can I find that for myself? How can I fight for that for myself? Just gonna grab some cards there. Motioning me to friendship. So, people's lasting impression of you is that they want to be your friend. Not only do they wonder how you can be so free and so free to love and so free to love yourself, they wonder how they can make you their friend, which is super cute. They think that you are a good friend. They think that you're a person that they would like to have in their life as a friend. What else? What lasting impression does pile 1 make on people? Whoa. We have wisdom and strength. What was I saying? What was I saying? So wisdom and strength. I'm just going to put wisdom here so you can see the both of them. Wisdom and strength. So they know, again, innately, that you have had to regenerate yourself. You've had to go through times in your life in order to regenerate yourself. And that has given you such great wisdom that now you have not only this beautiful energy around you of freedom, being free to be yourself, to do what you want, to say what you want, to wear what you want, but people's lasting impression, when they walk away from you, they want to be around this energy more because they want to be your friend. They want to be your friend so that they can learn through you how do we get here? How do we get here? Yeah. People have had to walk away from their own toxic friendships, and when they meet you, the impression that you leave on them is that that's a good friend. I've been looking for an example of what a good friend is, and that is definitely it. You make people feel lighter. You make people feel like they can fully be themselves, and that makes them want to be your friend. Okay, anything else, Spirit? Anything else? Really? Not only that, they got crushes on you, pile 1. I think, how can I get more time with that person? How can I get more time with that person? I want a relationship with that person. I want a romantic relationship with that person. I want a friendship with that person. I want to learn how they change their perspective. How did they go from this to this? How did they learn to be so fully alive that when I walked away from them, I couldn't stop thinking about that for myself? I want that for myself. I want to feel how they are feeling. Let's see. Anything else, Spirit? More about the crushes? Okay. Lasting impression. Hope. When they walk away from you, they hope that they see you again. When they walk away from you, they hope that they can just be in your presence again because they have little crushes on you. And you bring so much sunshine, so much light to any place that you're at. That just being in your energy is something that they want to experience again. Well, that's so nice. What else? communication. They love being in conversations with you. So when people meet you and the impression that they have on you is that they would love to have more conversation with you. They would love to speak more about where you've been, what you've done to get to the place where you're at. Also, you're just a conversationalist and people enjoy speaking to you. I think it's because you have this beautiful nature about you, this loving, open, non-judgmental energy that really feels like friendship, really feels like love. And people can feel that from you. And when they're communicating with you, they don't feel afraid to say what they want. They don't feel like they need to shrivel, like they need to hide away. You make people feel like they can be free too. And so they want to come back to you and be able to speak to you again. Could be because of all these crushes. Maybe? What do you think? I'm going to get some charms. Is that okay with everybody? And then we can see what else comes up about the lasting impression that you make. If you want to smash that like button, isn't that what the teenagers say? That would be appreciated if you liked your reading. If you didn't like your reading, so sorry about that. Maybe next time I'll do better. You can leave a comment and tell me how I can do that if you want. Okay, part 1. What is the lasting impression? Let's get you a little closer. And also, nerve spicy people, this is about to get loud. If you want to fast forward or turn me down, do it now. What is the lasting impression that pile 1 leaves on people? Wow. S D R R I Sid. You know, they brought Sid up to me because I'm thinking like Sid and Nancy, like a I don't even know if Sid and Nancy were in the best relationship. Were they even healthy? Does anybody even know what I'm talking about? Regardless, they're bringing my attention to that because it's like people want to have partnership with you. People, oops, I'm so sorry. My goodness, are you okay? Let's refocus. People want to be around you because they want to form a friendship, a relationship with you, because you're not the type of person that everybody meets all the time. Just picking out the ones that are together because I feel like they're signs together. Taurus and this key. Okay, so signs we have are Cancer, Taurus, Leo, Aries, Scorpio, Taurus again. Yeah. Okay, can you see all that? The lasting impression that you leave on people is this freedom to be passionate, with this feather. Again, you're also connected to the higher realms in some way, and they can feel that within you, and they feel very passionate when they're walking away from you, that they also want to find the freedom that you have within you. Let's see. Again, all these keys around this charm that's from my dad's memory box, who's passed away, and I told him to keep it forever. They want to keep you forever. When people walk away from you, the lasting impression that you make on them is that I've never met anybody like that with this ancestral key. I've never met anyone like that before, and they really ground me and make me feel heard, understood, present in my life. Again, the key without the end. I've been looking for a person like this, and I just want to become their friend, and I want to maybe take them out on a date. I want to know more about them. I want to discover more. I want them in my life. That's the lasting impression that you leave on people. If it's romantic, if these people have romantic feelings when they meet you, they want to rush with this running bunny. They want to rush. Hello? That's better. They want to rush into commitment with you. They want to rush into love with you. They know that you're rare. They know that you can really have whoever you want because of your beautiful light and energy. And just your smile is infectious. So people, when they have those romantic feelings, want to rush into that relationship with you. It's like they feel anxious to ask you out or to be around you again. Taurus here is trustworthy, and it's with my mirroring key. So I think when people meet you, the lasting impression that you leave on them is that's a trustworthy person. That's a person that I can trust. That's a person that's like me. And I've been looking for somebody that is as trustworthy as I am. And I haven't found that, but just being around this person makes me feel like there are people still left in the world that are trustworthy, just like I am. They think their lasting impression of you is that you are abundant, that you have everything that you need, that you're not lacking in any department. I think that's because of your sunny, beautiful energy around you. 2 running bunnies. This time more over here by itself with this deer. I think that this is pointing towards the friendship part of the reading, where they want to rush into being in a friendship with you as well, because they know that, you know, like when you see a deer grazing in a meadow or in a field, it's like it's rare, and everyone, you know, gathers around and they want to take pictures of it and enjoy it, and because they might not see it again for a while, that's how people feel with you. So they want to rush into having a relationship with you, friendship as well, because they really feel like you have so much to teach them, and being around you just feels so good. Okay. Love and light to you. That's all I have. If you have any questions, concerns, please leave a comment in the comment box. Try to be nice. Or don't. You'll probably get sarcasm from me. Sorry, not sorry. Oh, was that sarcasm? Oh, it just started to rain. That signal to me is that you allow people to release the fear within them to be themselves. And being around you helps them be themselves so much that that's where they want to be around you more. They want to feel that feeling again. Anywho, I hope you stayed for that message. Right. God bless. If you don't believe in God, universal blessings to you. Namaste. And I will see you soon, hopefully. Goodbye. Hi, Pile 2. This is all about the lasting impression that you leave on people. I'm just going to remove the glass tier. Put your sticker here. And let's find out what the lasting impression you leave on people is. A new romantic cycle begins. And focus. Oh, people think you're really pretty. Where am I going, Spirit? Where am I going? So people's impression of you is that they think you're a very soft person, a very romantic person. When they meet you, the lasting impression they have on you is that they admire your focus. Again, there's this butterfly from her third eye. This is about transformation. You really focus on being the best possible version of yourself, and people feel very romantically towards you. I feel like you're a very balanced person. Like there's this energy around you, like people are afraid to approach you, but they also want to be around you really badly. Like, oh, how do I put this into words? It's like they immediately know that you're the type of person that they could come to for support, come to for advice, come to have their back, and you would show up. Like this bubble around her head says to me, like, you know boundaries and you don't let anybody. And even when you're drowning, even when things seem to be drowning you in fear, in life stresses, you're still focused on the beauty that is around you. And people's lasting impression of you is that this person would help me balance things out. They would support me in anything that I went through. The scales also are about the legal and the justice system. You're a just and fair person. And they have this impression of you that if they came to you for any advice, if they came to you for to have their back, you would do that in the most fair way. The lasting impression that you have on people is that if you want real advice, if you want truth, if you want honesty, come to this person. They will tell you the truth. They will do it in a way that lifts you up, but is also stern and firm, but gentle. You're not trying to hurt anyone. You're just trying to help them see where the scales are not in their favor, and you're trying to support them to move into a different space. And people's lasting impression is that you would be someone that they would turn to in a crisis. Oh, there's a spirit ding telling us that we're on the right track. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Let's see. What's people's lasting impression? Thank you. Lasting impression of pile. Pile 2. It's people's lasting impression. Lasting impression, thank you. Happiness, freedom, and animals. And then trust on the back of the deck. People just immediately trust you. They would trust you with their life. They walk away and thinking that person really has their head set on straight. They really know what they're talking about. I know that if I were ever caught, if I were ever in a cage and I was trying to find my way out of this position, this mind frame, this literal position I'm in with these people, if I went to this person, even not knowing them well, my impression is that they would help me ground myself, release myself from this cage, from this prison, this even in my mind, and that they would guide me back to happiness. Why? Because you're so grounded in your energy, and because you're so firm and fair that people know that you would guide them back to happiness in a beautiful way, but you would also allow them to do it on their own. It's like, if you're coming to me for advice, I'm going to tell you the truth. And if you don't like the truth, don't ask me. You know, a lot of people assume that I'm not nice. I know that I might sound nice, but I also have a resting bee face. And so people think that some people think that I'm mean. This is the impression that you leave on people. Like, that person is a little bit intimidating to approach, but once you open your mouth and you start smiling, they're like, oh, wow, your energy is so firm, fair, but open and honest and beautiful. You have like this mothering impression on people, and also the fathering impression on people. Again, that's that balance that comes into play. People think that you're very successful in whatever you do. The lasting impression that they have on with you is that you are successful, that you harvest here a lot of goods. Success that's true belongs to me. Success with honor and integrity. Yes, that's who you are. You are integral, and they can feel that integrity from you. They know that you wouldn't be the person that they would want to go to and talk badly about someone. Also, they immediately think that you're successful. You may dress in a very upscale way, or you just give off this energy of success. There we go with glamour and grace, right? So even if you don't feel like you're successful, even if you don't feel like you have all, oops, sorry, Angel, I'm so sorry. If you don't have all of the money in the world and you don't feel like you are like the CEO, the top of your game, people feel like you are successful. And the lasting impression that they have on about you is that you are so glamorous and so graceful in your energy that they immediately think that person is very successful. Successful in what they do, successful in what they go after, successful in school, like you get good grades. When you're at work, you're focused on promotion and you get it. They think those things about you. That's the impression that you leave on people. Okay, Spirit says one more. 2 more? Okay. Where? Okay. Well, I need to find them. There they are. Their lasting impression. What is pile 2's lasting impression on people? I hope you were able to hear me because I just got a phone call. People's lasting impression on you. Not on you. Your lasting impression on them. Holy moly. And we got 2. That you're confident. That you're a very confident person. You may not feel this way. You may not feel like you are a confident person, but the energy that you give off is very confident. And they have that lasting impression of you. They also feel like when they walk away from you, when they're talking to their friends about you, when they're thinking about you afterwards, that you would be the perfect person to be around when grieving, because you would allow them the space to feel pain, but wouldn't allow them so much of their victim mentality that they get sucked down into it, into that spiral of grief where they can't get out of it. That's just not the type of person that you are. You're going to be fair and honest, and you're going to allow them their pain and hold space for them, but you're not going to allow them to hurt themselves and bring themselves down because of their grief and death, grief in relationships, grief about life. Okay, pile 2. Should we get some charms? If you like my reading, could you smash the like button? Because that's what all the young kids are saying. If you feel called to, call me. And if you're not already following me, that would be nice. I'd love to give you readings in the future. Let's give you some charms. Charmy charms. What is your lasting impression? Your lasting impression. Okay. What is people's lasting impression? People's lasting impression. Holy moly. We have H, L, S. Let's move your keys here. B, and O. Let's see what I'm picking up intuitively. HBO. Boss lady, you are the boss. That's the lasting impression they have on you. That encapsulates pretty perfectly the way that I'm seeing it. I just like to keep the ones together that I think are meant to be together. So let's put your little grouping here. And are you on top? Nope. Okay. You're the, oh, there's a cross under there. So people's lasting impression of you is that again, with the star as well, the star on the tarot deck is very much about connection and healing, connection to spirit, connection to God, and that you have this ancestral pattern or this ancestral connection through generations to God, to spirit, and people can feel that in you. And it's like, you know how people say that there's a firm but loving God, and that's if you believe in God or not, or if God's the main focus of your religion or your spirituality. But I think they're bringing up also spirituality and universe, because there's different types of religions, types of people who follow different things. So they want you to know that regardless, people's lasting impression of you is that you have this high connection to God in the way that God is firm and fair, and you are firm and fair. Their lasting impression of you is that you don't let your freak flag fly so much. You contain yourself, and you don't let your weirdo out unless you really know somebody. Unless you really know somebody. They have this lasting impression that you are wise beyond your years. That you've worked hard, you've worked with other people in order to push them forward in their lives. You've also done that for yourself. And people have this lasting impression of you. They also want to be around you more in order for you to maybe help them push forward in their lives. Seahorse, very independent creature, does everything on their own, including have children. So their impression of you is that you are very independent, and it's reversed. So it's like independent to sometimes a fault. But there's also this soft and sweet side of you that people get to see just glimpses of when they first meet you, or their impression of you. You're not just firm and fair and hard to scratch the surface with. When they talk to you, when they interact with you, their lasting impression is that there's a softness in you as well. You're firm and fair to help people because you love people. We have the sparrow on part of charming, and the sparrow is about your voice. So their impression of you is that your voice is really beautiful, that you speak with a very commanding voice or a very soft voice, but when you speak, people want to listen. I mean, charming and the sparrow. And then we have this turtle coming out of her shell, also the Alice in Wonderland key, falling down the rabbit hole, and this key without the end, and music, all coming out together. So people's lasting impression of you is that you don't very much allow a lot of people in. You don't very much allow people to see you outside of your comfort zone. And that really, I see this with the key without the end and music, is that, when I'm at home and I'm listening to music, singing, dancing, being myself, nobody's watching. You're the same. You allow yourself to be free within the confines of your own space, but the people that you allow to see that it's very choosy. You're very choosy. There's also a fun side of you, though, and people's lasting impression is that because they're so small, this little bunny and this dolphin with the ball, it's that they definitely would have to get to know you, and they would have to get you into a comfortable situation in order for that to come out. Their lasting impression of you is that you're loyal. You're a very loyal person. Once they make you your friend or their girlfriend, boyfriend person, you're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. You're always going to be there for them. You're a very stable person. And then we have the fairy with the upside down, reversed, and also this queen key. So sometimes it means the opposite. Sometimes for me, it means internal. So there's this beautiful queen within you, this beautiful connection to royalty, to being special, to being one of a kind, that you know about yourself. You don't need to tell anyone else about it, though. You know what you deserve, and you're not going to let anybody show you any different. And I think sometimes also the message is here that it's time to allow yourself to be seen in the beautiful queen, king, royalty that you are, because it is so special and it is so rare. People have this long-lasting impression of you, they want that for themselves. They're intimidated to come towards you, but they want to have this friendship with you because you're the type of friend that, again, with this loyalty and everything else, that that would be a friend for life. With this key to grounding, you ground people in your energy. Again, when they're grieving, when they're feeling sad and upset, you're the type of person that would put their feet back on the ground. And they also see you as being successful, very put together, very glamorous, very graceful. Even if you don't have a lot of money per se, that's the energy you give off, and that's the lasting impression that you give off to people. Okay, well, that was beautiful. Any questions, comments, concerns? You can leave me a comment in the comment box. Be nice. I will cry. Don't worry. It will only be 1 or 2 tears. Then I'll move on with my life. Just kidding. Say what you want. I'm not going to cry. That's enough out of me. Love and light to you. Bye. Pile 3. Welcome to your pile. This is about what long-lasting impression do you leave on people? Oops, the clock fell down. You don't want that. I'm going to be able to see it. Okay, what long-lasting impression do you leave on people? We have, look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius, and balance. So people's long-lasting impression of you is that you work really hard to find happiness in life. And that it's not only about happiness, but it's also about work. Like you have a work and play balance. Like people have the long-lasting impression that you're a very balanced individual and that you are determined to find fun and joy, but also stay on track with the things that you have to do in your life. Again, fighting for abundance. So people's long-lasting impression of you is that you have this balance about you that is, you know, successful, but also fun and playful. And I just got a peek of the Emperor, which is definitely somebody that's very serious about making things in their life come true. Business-oriented person. And then the 6 of Wands, victory over here with balance. You're determined to find your victory. You're determined to find success in what you do, in the projects that you do, but you're going to do it with fun. You're going to do it with a smile on your face. You're determined to make that happen. I think that people's long-lasting impression of you is that there's a lot of fights around you, or you've been in a lot of unnecessary battles, and that has led you to want to be this kind, open, empathetic, emotionally mature person. And people's long-lasting impression of you is that you are a very emotionally mature person, a very empathetic person. But again, this is the Father of Cups. This is the King of Cups. This is somebody that is extremely emotionally mature, but also sitting at the top of their game. They're the king. It's not the Page of Cups. It's the King of Cups. And people's long-lasting impression of you is that you will feel most victorious, most like you've won when you find that balance between play and work. Okay. Let's find out more information. You gotta get out of my way, Lavender. People's long-lasting impression on pile number 3. Well, they had me go to one deck and then when I was shuffling, I said, nope, not that one. So I just changed up. Pile number 3, long-lasting impression of you. Whoa. Wow, okay, so they think that you're a very trustworthy person. Also that you have a trust in the universe, a trust in yourself, a trust that things will always work out and find balance again as long as you're doing it with emotional maturity, as long as you're doing it with the determination being happiness. You trust that it will work out, that you will be victorious, and people's impression of you is that you have this trust in the universe, this trust in yourself, this trust that everything is going to work out. Courage and creativity. You have the courage to be creative. Not everybody has that courage. Some people stay in a box. Some people don't want to work outside of them. Some of you may be in creative endeavors, and it took a lot of faith in yourself to move into those creative endeavors, right? So people's long-lasting impressions of you also is that if they had a decision to make about their life, they would know that if they came to you for advice, that you would help them make the best possible decision, because you have such a balance between work and having to work hard for what you want, but also finding the joy and the passion in it. And you may have already done this for yourself. So people trust that in you, and their long-lasting impression is that when they walk away from you, when they talk to their friends or they think about you later, they think to themselves, that's the type of person that would make sure that I made a balanced decision about my life. The advice they would give me would be about following my heart. And they trust that you would lead them in the right direction. Whoops. Okay. People's long-lasting impression on you. Ooh. Miracles. Cute. Okay, what else? Pile 3. Long-lasting impression. Do you have trust twice? God, I love when I shuffle on camera, because, like, how does that... What are the odds? People's long-lasting impression of you is that you're a very trustworthy person. They could come to you and tell you a secret, tell you things about themselves, and you would keep it to yourselves. You also would help them in any situation by best possible decision over here that would lead them in the right direction. They also feel like their long-lasting impression of you is that it was a miracle meeting you. Like, you light people up in such a way that it makes them feel lighter, makes them feel more alive, makes them feel like they found somebody that they can definitely trust, and trust to help them with major decisions. And that's not every day that you encounter people like you. So they feel like you are definitely someone that they are grateful walked into their life. Even if it was for a moment in time, their impression of you is that you change their outlook on something. You change people's outlook on things. And I don't know if you know this about yourself, but when they walk away from you, they think about things differently, based off your conversation, based off your energy, the way you talk about things, the way you interact with people. Get over here between two worlds and building blocks. So you do things in the right order. One brick at a time. And you're determined to build a life that you love. And to build a life that you love, it's through hard work and determination, but also fun and laughter and joy. Again, that's between two worlds. Sometimes you work hard, sometimes it's about fun. And finding that balance in between. And people's long-lasting impression on you is that, again, that you would help them make the best possible decision, and that it was the best possible decision to keep you in their lives, to go to that party, that place, because they met you and you changed their perspective. Right. So some people are so focused, the way that they're focused on the moon here. So focused on the moon, so focused on the problem ahead of them, that they're unaware about this beautiful, huge sky that is around them because they're focused so much on this problem, but you expand their thought process. You expand the way that they're thinking, the way that they're stressing about a problem. And you show them that you can have both. You can have both. You can have balance. You can have fun, love, and you can also have determination. You can have creativity, and you can also have hard work. Because you pull back their vision so that they can see the whole picture. Anything else, Spirit? Okay, one more. One more. And then we'll get into your charms. Well, if that isn't the right card to end the card reading on. Passion to serve others by repairing the body, mind, and spirit. Ability to help transform pain into healing. So people's long-lasting impression of you, I see that also here, is not only that you change their perspective when they walk away from you, but they feel a healing energy from you. And that you take people from the darkness to the light. You take people from this energy of fighting for no reason, for fighting themselves over and over again. Sorry, that's my cat knocking over a stone, because why do cats love to do that? Knock everything off the table. And you take them to this emotional maturity, this beautiful, empathic, loving, kind version of themselves. And that is very healing. That is a very healing energy around you. And that's the impression that you leave on people. So if you feel called to like my video while I clean up the cards here and get your charms, I would really appreciate that. If you're not already following me, I'd love for you to come hang out. And also, if you want to leave any comments for constructive criticism, I'm here. I'm here to listen. Tell me how I can do better. All right. Let's get your charms. I gotta clean up every time because otherwise my cards would be everywhere. Okay. Let's get you a little closer. And let's find out what people's long-lasting impression is. Oh, I forgot to say, if you want to fast forward or mute me while I do this, this sound can get annoying. So, ready, set, go. What is people's long-lasting impression on you? Okay, whoa to the keys. Just gonna move that. And sometimes when they land on top of each other, I take that as a sign, so I just want to keep some of it together. Okay. So this is a rock that I found in my dad's stuff, and I asked him to keep it forever. And when he passed away, I was looking through his things, and he kept it forever. So people, when they meet you, your passion for life and the way that you think about life is so infectious that their long-lasting impression of you is that they want to keep they want to keep the same passion that you have, and they want to keep it with them. Also, this spider was upside down underneath the rock. They also want to keep your wisdom with them when they leave. Their long-lasting impression is that when they leave you, that they are thinking about the things that you've said, and they're thinking about how wise you are and how they can implement those things into their life. Their impression of you also is that you're protective of yourself and you don't come out of your shell often. You're there for other people for healing, but maybe it seems like that you are the type to kind of let loose. I'm also getting another message with this that says like you have some kind of internal comfort within yourself, and that is definitely a long-lasting impression. I see that also with cat. Cat's a homebody. Cat likes to stay home, not be bothered by people. That's the impression that you leave on people, that you're a homebody. Now we have the Alice in Wonderland key over the ancestral key. And so that says to me that there has been an ancestral line of healers in your family that have been determined to go down the rabbit hole and discover things. You may not know of this ancestral lineage, but you do have healers in your past. You may not be a traditional healer like a Reiki master or a tarot reader or a shaman. It's your energy and it's the way that you change people's perspective that's healing, and just being around you is healing. And that is also, sorry about that. I just hit my knee on the table. So, people's long-lasting impression of you is also that you ground them. You make them feel very grounded. And that if you were in their life, they would feel like a king or a queen or royalty with you, because you really appreciate everybody that you love. Now, with the key without the and then charming, people seem to not be able to figure you out. You're charming and your energy is charming, but you're not doing it to be impressive. You're not doing it to impress people and to make them fall for you. You're just doing it because you're being yourself. And people can't seem to understand that, because a lot of people have alternative motive. So we have the key without the end twice. So that says to me that people really have a hard time figuring you out. When their long-lasting impression is, man, I felt so good. They helped me see a different perspective. I felt such a healing energy around them, but I still can't figure them out. I can't figure them out. And then we have the monkey and courageous. The monkey is about play. It's also about just being yourself. And your long-lasting impression on people is that you are just yourself. You're very courageous to be yourself. These together. This is Aries, by the way. I don't know if I said that. And with this wheel, people feel like you've changed their perspective, that when you walk away from somebody, they think about things in a different way. Things have turned a little, and they're seeing things in a different light. I didn't get any charms for you. So I'm going to just ask Spirit to give me, not charms, tiles. Give me a few tiles. Okay, we have R, D, E, I, and O. Okay, intuitively I'm picking up the word, sorry about that, ready, like you're always ready to help somebody. That's their long-lasting impression of you. Die, you would die for somebody that you love. Right, like literally ride or die. Oh my God, do you guys see that? RIDEORDIE. You're literally people's ride or die. How did that happen? How? That's a long-lasting impression that you leave on people. Awesome. Thanks so much for hanging out. I appreciate all your time and for checking out my reading. And you sound like an awesome person. Can you be my ride or die? Okay, bye.